And you can really feel when your structure's off just a little. I don't even hit these things. Hard to get that circle hanging in there. No, big circle. Better not kick that thing. That thing's barely hanging on. Huh. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put a pipe on there. I'm trying to figure out how to put a spring in it. Not a perfect welder. I'm sure I can imagine some kind of damn thing. You know? That probably wouldn't work. That's the wrong kind of spring. I had got my bag on that.
For what reason? I need your help. Isn't that reason enough? Possibly. That thing sounds sorry. He asks for help. Listen, that knowledge. Survival person. I'm not out of that. I do.
Yes.
Mission to land. Away from our base.
God, I can cut it out easy. Well, I guess I can drink a tea.
I gave permission to land, not to approach.
Tea that don't come from the mountains of nowhere. It come from Dollar General. Sorry, I'm trolling some of the people that sell like teas from China and Taiwan. I don't think I'd want tea from China, to be honest. I don't know about Taiwan. I suppose they're a lot better than China. I suppose this cheap Dollar General tea probably is tea from China. Probably when I'm sick. Whatever. It's good tea. That was a clone. Yeah, here we go. I can give him. There's a free ad for him. I like it, man. I think I got this at Did I get it at Dollar General? I don't know. I think I did. Who knows? Maybe I got it somewhere else. All 100% natural. Whatever the hell that means. Isn't everything kind of natural? That word kind of doesn't mean anything. Everything comes from fucking nature. I mean, hell, even chemicals and shit do. Even man-made shit. Don't they say no man-made bullshit in it? But then you can't say that because the damn shit was man-made because they chopped it up, or people chopped it up and put it in powder and put it in that bag and put it in the little, you know? I don't know, I like it. It's good tea and it don't cost an arm and a leg. And I don't drink anything that's really super expensive. Hell, Lipton's is like super expensive, I think. I was glad when I had some coffee. I like coffee, yes. Coffee's the best thing in the world. Even though I'm not supposed to have very much of it. I mean, I try not to have too much. I mean, compared to what I used to drink. Man, I drink two thermoses easily every day. Probably more, because often customers would give me coffee. Would you like some more coffee? Well, yes, I would. You don't have to ask me twice. Everyone likes coffee, pretty much. I mean, maybe some people say it's pretty bad for you. Caffeine, they say caffeine's horrible for you. They might be right. I don't know. All I know is if I don't have some caffeine, some form of caffeine or another, I get have horrible fucking headaches. So I'm probably addicted to it. But as long as I have a little bit every day, I'm cool. I don't have the headaches. You know, even if it's just 1 or 2 cups. Weird. And I get grumpy too without it. I get real grumpy and I start getting grumpy and bitchy. I don't know. It seems like a cup of coffee just like perks you up, cheers you up. Just the smell of it. It's like, oh man, I already feel better. Shit is good, man. Coffee. Coffee's the best. I don't drink no special kind of coffee. I get this kind a lot of times. You know, just because it's what I can afford or get what I can from Amazon. Walmart. I like those pods. Those things are cool. I mean, that's the best coffee I've ever had. It's like one of them damn pods. Well, I've had like percolators that make really awesome coffee. Percolated coffee is good. I used to always drink that super powdered Turkish coffee. Oh my God, that stuff was good. Whew, talk about fuck that. It's an espresso, I think. I wonder if you can still get that anywhere.
Here's some of that.
I'm Dr. Tony Wilson. This is Commander John Tony.
I am companion.
Yeah, see how badly wore off these pegs are.
You think I don't know what you're doing?
Wore all the
Are
paint
you
off them.
silent, Win? Are you ashamed of your actions? Then I'll speak for you. Devious. Leaves me
Sticky.
lesser. There is less. His purpose in coming here is clearly twofold. I'm well aware of the
Fucking
first
yeah.
and can surmise the second. So I shall speak only what I know. From time to time, we must
Really?
pick up on every
That
journey.
was a bad palm.
Obtain
I always tell when I have a bad palm.
while
I
we
don't have my wrists lined up right. It's not good. That's why you don't want to put a whole lot of power. You know, like when you're just experimenting around. Try to figure out little slight angles and stuff. You know, if you already got the basics down, you know how to do, different stuff. And, why not try little subtle angles? See how good your flexibility is. How can you hit this thing and be kind of a little fucked up, a little out of place, maybe even. And still, can you line your structure up where you put adequate power on there? A good jolt and push. That's what I try to do. And when you get everything lined up, good, you can feel it. You can feel how powerful you are. How you've got your hip into it good. You have your weight, your knees, and your feet are in it. Because I mean, it's a whole package deal, man. You really learn how to strike good. You almost strike with your whole body every time you hit something. You do. Because all your weight, you put all your weight into it. Maybe your knuckle or your palm or your forearm. You just put it there for a moment. Whack. Jolt that person. If that person don't have good structure themselves, they're not, kind of springy and ready to absorb that. And they go flying, man. It jolts the shit out of them. Now, someone that's, got a little bit of experience with wrestling or boxing or kung fu similar to Wing Chun, they know how to deal with that. But, most dumbass knuckleheads that, try to pick a fight with you, they stand straight up like this and try to intimidate you and talk shit and and it's like, oh, please just don't do nothing to me. Just leave me alone. And they're not trained like that. I mean, you shouldn't underestimate anyone. You don't know what anyone knows or what their experiences are. But I've noticed with dealing with people like that are kind of trying to bully you and intimidate you. That's what they do. They stand up real tall like that, try to look, and it's like, okay, just opening yourself up to everything. That's my first thought. Someone does that, and they think it intimidates the other person. Or showing their bravery. I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't understand that behavior that much. 'Cause I don't really try to intimidate no one or nothing.
If you're not dead, then speak. All you care
You know, if someone pisses me off, I just tell them so. They really piss me off, I'd say, man, stay the fuck away from me, don't come around me no more. And that's just as simple as that. I don't want to hang out with you no more. You're a dick and you piss me off. And I want to kick your ass, and I don't want to kick people's asses, and I don't want to be around people I want to kick their asses. So, see ya. I see you out and about, I'll smile and, you know, maybe nod and go on my way. I don't got no reason to say nothing to you. You know? That's how I roll. Otherwise, it's bad.
This time you have my word. I believe only in my heart.
No one wants nothing bad. They want good things.
Accommodating people always. You will get your surprise.
I just like practicing this stuff. I don't like using it.
None of us here, not you, not I, can stand up.
If you practice it a lot, my God, man, you really learn to hit really freaking hard, man. I mean, Wing Chun, one thing I'll say about learning this kind of Kung Fu is that it really helped my like kickboxing and boxing a lot, because it taught me how to use structure and shit. Sure, I had to modify it to do, you know, kickboxing and spar with people and crap a little bit, but sometimes you very often use stickiness, and even in kickboxing. I mean, not as, you know, since you're wanting to tag someone and kind of put yourself in position to use your hardest hitting weapon, you know, which with me would be, you know, I had classic kickboxing posture. I fight like this, you know, left hand jab. I use my this leg to kick, you know, to keep someone off me, just like you would. And then back here's my power. I'm gonna knock the fuck out of you with this if I get you in the jaw with it, or this kick or this punch. And my left is pretty good too. I got a good left hook and shit. It's not bad. You definitely feel it if you connect with it. You know, it's thump good. But yeah, I mean what actually Wing Chun and Tai Chi both really taught me a lot about kickboxing and how to get power and stuff. Both of those arts really did. Tai Chi is cool. Tai Chi is cool. Tai Chi is right there with Wing Chun. At times I don't know which one I like better. I probably know about the same of both of them, because I do like a Tai Chi Manus style. Yeah, it's really to my liking. I do like it as well. I don't know which one I like better. Then I started, you know, learning like things like Baji and a little bit of Sing Yi here and there whenever I get a chance. I like Bagu. You know, there's so many different martial arts I'd like to study and learn more from. It's hard to make up my mind which one I'd want to do. I'm pretty certain I want to this Wing Chun is what I want to master. But I also use elements of those others too, especially the Tai Chi, because Wing Chun and Tai Chi, those are two that you could do for the rest of your life pretty easily. You know, easily to practice them. There's some pretty old Wing Chun and Tai Chi masters out there, you know. I mean, I've seen Wing Chun masters that only had like one arm or one hand and just had a stump or something. I was like, oh my God, he's gonna beat you with your stump. I'm like, man, that's fucking horrible. Just imagine we put a hook on the damn thing, you know. And I think terrible things. And I think like the Bruce Lee movie, like with the Mr. Handman, and I'm like, oh, jeez, man, that guy's probably at home got all that shit like that. Oh, God. Man, that guy is freaking good, man. I ain't making fun of his Wing Chun. I ain't making fun of his, horrible disability. But when I seen that shit, that's what it made me think of, man. But I tell you what, that guy, whoever that guy is, I watched him. He is freaking good, though. I watched a lot of his videos, him doing stuff with his students. And that's what I thought, dude, man, he's gonna beat people with his stone. And I thought, oh my God, that's probably got a big hunk of bone in there, and it probably hurts so bad to get hit by that. And he's probably so fucking accurate with it. Because, you know, when people become crippled and stuff, they become even better a lot of times. It's unreal. You know, if they don't let their disability hold them back. Nothing really stops you from doing Kung Fu, rather than being dead. There's always some aspect of Kung Fu you can improve, you know. That's why I do meditation and stuff too, because I work on that. If nothing else, I can do that. That's probably the hardest part. That is the hardest part. I'm not too good at Zen because I got a horrible monkey mind. That's one of the things I got to get through to relax and chill and breathe. One of the, I don't know, aggregates or Jonuses or something like that. Meditation. I'm kind of ignorant. I'm not a very book smart person. Since I haven't really been working, and I've been kind of ill, and I have more time. I've been reading and studying about different stuff and trying to learn about it. Learn more about like Zen and Buddhism and stuff. Shaolin. I'd like to start going up to Pure Land up there in Cleveland. Or Cloudwater. I think they do Pure Land. Pure Land and Zen, I think. I think they do Saturday or Sunday, one of the 2 days. I think Saturday. They do Kung Fu and stuff. I'd like to go up there and practice Kung Fu with them. They do Tai Chi and Qi Kung. I don't know what all they do. But I wouldn't mind going up there and learning to do some. Learn some better breathing techniques. I do pretty good getting past my monkey mind. That's the thing that's why I never shut up. I like to talk. Monkey mind, motherfucker. I tell people, just tell me to shut up. Much. I got a real calm monkey mind, man. I got the king of monkey mind. But thinking's not bad, though. I like to think. I think about Wing Chun all the time. And Tai Chi. Shuai Jiao. So freaking cool. That is so. I wish I was young and strong who could do that. That is so fun. Judo too. contact pressure, palm, contact pressure, standing fist to solar plexus, another palm, and back to console and poop, flipping hand and palm up, circle hand. Ooh, my shoulder's starting to burn. Oh, I love working on a dummy. That's what I like. I like to keep pressure on it. Keep, you know, kind of I feel it up in here. That's a good workout for me. You know, younger kung fu guys may want to do more intense stuff, but this helps me. I kind of more in the internal phase in my career, where I worked on a lot of internal kung fu. I've been more external. I thought that way most of my life, more like, you know, I believe more in physical strength and physical fitness and stuff like that. And I've always tried to be as strong as I possibly could. I always worked pretty hard, and I tried to keep my body as strong as I could. But at the same time, I didn't neglect the internal stuff and the meditate. I tried to do that too. But I mean, you know, it's kind of, okay, this is okay, but yeah, I did it. Now, when I'm older and stuff, and I do more of it, more internal. I do a lot more meditation, a lot more stuff like that. It's weird. When I was young, I didn't really like that stuff at all. Now I do. I always wanted action, you know, jumping around, hopping around, flipping, and being crazy. But really, it's the same thing. It's the same thing as sitting meditation. It really is. It's just I guess my body had to break to fucking realize it. Maybe that's it. That is such a good time. Doing kung fu. Especially when you're a kid and you're so full of energy and you can flip through the air and be crazy. Jump over picnic tables. Jump off the house. Turn your mother's hair gray. Climbing trees at her house. I'll be alright, I'm a doused immortal. Broken arm later. Yeah, I have an aluminum kung fu sword that's probably 40 years old.
Always relied on companions.
I got this from Asian World of Martial Arts in the early 80s, and I've had it ever since. Saber. I practice saber. I wish I had two of them. I wish I had another one exactly like this, because I love practicing doing dual wielding, because it's a really good way to build up your technique, your arms and technique on both sides, and it's great cardiovascular fitness. I'll do this stuff outside when I do my saber. More room to move, and I'm not going to just, I guess I can do a little bit. Maybe I won't hit nothing. Plus the fucking sweeper. Buddy's on the other side of the room, so I won't hit him. Right? Yep, Buddy's over there. He's watching me too. He's going, I'm fucking asshole's gonna break everything. Huh? Talking to my dog. Crazy people talk to their dogs. I think everyone talks to their dog a little. As long as your dog don't start talking back. Your dog starts talking back to you, then you got problems. Isn't that right, buddy? Whoa, hit myself upside the head. Yeah, this is relatively safe. You know, I mean, it's a piece of aluminum that could whack you pretty hard if you weren't paying attention. But it's not sharp, and it's not going to cut you, and that's fun. You know, I have a real one too. Put myself in the nose. I definitely need to practice with this. All winter long I haven't practiced with it really, other than, you know, kind of doing what I'm doing now. I practice with the 8-cut knives more. And I actually use the gin inside a lot, because the gin you can do lots of circle movements like that. This. I guess I can show that too. Gin. Not gin. Gin. I'm just a hillbilly that say gin. My accent shows. I'm an Appalachian American. And my accent's showing. But, you know, you can do a lot of stuff like this inside with the G-N. Wow. And then do this stuff. Because I had to hold it right. I experiment with this, between this grip and I like doing this one too. And then 3-finger like a saber type deal. You don't have to always do traditional. It's good to experiment, but you know, normally you go like this. And it's pretty good. It's really great for the wrist. You know, if you do quite a few of those, you can start feeling it here. And that's what I do with it. You know, I don't get too wild in the house because I don't want to hit it, break stuff, or hurt anybody by accident. And this thing's a dull too. It's not like a real sword, but it is pointing, and it could hurt you. You know, thrusting wise, it could hurt somebody. But as far as cutting them, nah. So. You know, it's just practice. Practice. And I like that. That's what I like to have. I like to practice with these. I sometimes practice with live blades, but typically when I do practice with live blades, my intent is cutting something. And I'm try to be very, very mindful and careful with them because, you know, these blades are wicked, man. You can hurt yourself very quickly with them if you're not careful, or hurt someone else. So I typically, when I use live blade, I'm outside. I like to sometimes fill 2 liters with water and cut them. If I could afford it, I'd get bamboo and tatami and do that stuff. But you know, there's cheaper ways to practice cutting too, with like the 2 liters and the pieces of cardboard. And I'll sometimes put that up, cut that stuff, just for a little bit of practice and targeting, and you know, making sure I have good edge alignment when I'm cutting stuff. Make sure I can cut stuff. But
and deprive you of your companion.
I have real blades I do that stuff with. And these ones are my practice. And this is how I practice with my Jin sometimes when I'm indoors. Because like I said, this is great to practice with. And in a way, this is a lot like using a spear. Or a lot like kind of like using a dragon pole. Or a spear, or long, that type of weapon that you're thrusting and stabbing a lot with. And doing them circling movements. Oh man, I get lightheaded when I talk too much sometimes and I'm trying to do stuff. So I'm gonna put this down. And yeah, I can, I practice mostly with it, because Jin is kind of like something if you don't have room to practice with a spear because you need to be outside. The Jin's kind of like that, and I can practice thrusting elements of Kung Fu with it. Where these I still do too, but. The Jin is kind of like I can, I don't know, like I said, I can use it indoors and it substitutes some, like, stabbing weapons, spear movements that I can't do indoors. Because I like learning all of them weapons. I'd like to have them all. And get to fool around and experiment with them all and master them all, because they all are teachers. Every one of them has something to teach you, about Kung Fu, and you just got to practice with them, and you'll learn. Practice is the best way to learn, I think. And it's good to have a teacher too, but I think practice is more important than a teacher, to be honest. Because then you become your own teacher and you learn how to teach yourself, and you develop the habits of working through things to understand them, and you understand them for yourself in your own way, and rather than someone else's way. Not to say that you shouldn't learn from teachers, people that are really good and stuff. You should, but you need to realize you're your own best teacher. And you're your own best teacher through practice and hard work. That's what I think, anyhow.
You are defenseless against me. No more demonstrations. Now, my dear companions, get those supplies. Come on. Come on.
I'm tired. I gotta see how much time I got on here. Only 41 minutes. And I'm already tired out. Unreal. And I've had yesterday was rough. I didn't make an evening video because my asthma was bothering me so much, so I just stretched, meditated. I didn't do any cardio this type of practice. I suppose maybe I'll start taking my stretching. I feel weird about doing that. Who the hell wants to watch the old guy do yoga, man? Kind of gross. I'm sure there's somebody out there that does, but hope I never meet them.
Didn't hurt so much that time.
Oh God.
Are you a mortal quit? I have enough energy left.
Nah, I shouldn't say
Show
that.
you and your entire base. I warn you.
Some of my stretching stuff's pretty good for the back. So that's what I work on is back flexibility a lot.
Cooperation. Cooperation? Who the hell are you? We don't know who you are, where you've been, or
But I work on my legs too, because I'd like to be able to, you know, at least keep basic kicks. I don't care if I can do spinning hook kicks and jump kicks and crap like that anymore, but I would like to be able to do a pretty decent solar plex level or throat level side kick or front kick. I like to be able to kick somebody in the chin with a front kick. I like to be able to kick them upside the head with a roundhouse kick. You know, and I can still do that. And I can do it hard too, not just touch them. I can knock the fuck out of them if I connect. Feel like a sledgehammer hitting them on that damn head. I can kick so fucking hard. I got good kicks. I got that portion of my Kung Fu down when I was young. And I learned from the Ohio kickboxing champion too. Ohio welterweight kickboxing champion. I copied a lot of his kicks. How he kicked. He's pretty good. And I learned Tang Sung Do. I learned that when I was young. That's a good art. That's a good kicking art. Kicking and punching. Then I learned from the more kicking. Who else did I learn more kicking from? Oh, dude that was into Ishinru karate. He taught me how they kick. I learned a little from him, but he was into Jeet Kune Do too. I learned a lot of kicks from him. And now I just kind of kick how I kick how I want to and what I like and what I'm powerful at. I can do them all, you know. I don't do jump kicks and crap like that, but any ground-based regular or on the ground too. I do doggy kicks. I practice them. You know, I could really do a lot of that stuff too, because I do that as part of my stretching. I do doggy kicks and I do that scorpion pose. You know, doing the puppy poses and crap would probably look weird, but they're great for your back. You know, cobra. Oh my God, man! I'll do that for a long time. I'll just hold that thing, and everything just pops into place. I can feel everything just line up. My hips. Has that relax? Oh, that's my favorite one. And I'll do that one for a while. I'll hold that position, just let everything fall into place. One other one, I do butterflies. I do frog. That's the one that people would probably think was weird, is that frog posture. I can get almost all the way down into the frog, all the way. I can do butterflies all the way open. Yeah, I have pretty good kicks. I do. Not bad for an old guy. A lot of guys my age lose their kicks, you know. Sucks. It's because they don't practice them. I kept practicing them. I didn't want to lose mine. I mean, even I kept practicing them through fucking heart failure. I laid in bed and stretched and shit. I'm like, oh, you know what? I might fucking die. Fucking, I'm gonna die being flexible and having good kicks. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna end this video now. I got stuff I gotta do, so please like and subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.